Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex on pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky, and that brain I won't speak on, cause y'all won't put no leash on me. Let me run about your way, get my Tyreek on. Fly to Miami to get my beach on. Preach on.
Nobody.
Josiah got a kid
You
on
ain't
the
tell
way.
nobody, bro. Yeah, Josiah got a kid on the way, bro. Josiah better be a father.
Is this a Bootios joke? What is this? What kid is he gonna have?
You know, Josiah wouldn't tell nobody. He kept it a secret. But you know,
You had
nigga,
busy stop the recording to
To
tell
start
a
it over. No,
lie
no, I had to
about
start it over.
me.
I had to start it over
You
because I
started
had to
this
get it
over?
all.
Are you is this recorded?
It's recording right now. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
because when
yeah,
he said it, I was
congratulations,
like, oh no,
Josiah.
So
I ain't
you
want to
are
cut this
on
off.
good sir. You are on Diddy
No,
timing.
this is
You're
on.
on the
Yeah,
Diddy reckoning timing.
What?
You are
yeah,
on a
this is.
Diddy time
Yeah,
reckoning
that's
timing.
crazy.
You just said the
Yeah, on
first thing you
dating is
said
crazy.
about me was body oil? Body oil?
What?
What?
I could
Who
have
said
sworn I heard
that?
body oil, bro.
What are you talking
No.
about? Body oil? Oil? Where'd that come from?
I heard him say I had body oil on or something like that.
I said you had a
No,
baby on the way.
he said you had a baby
I
on the
had what?
way. A baby.
Oh, I was about to say I could have sworn I heard body oil, bro.
I was
Sound
about
like
to
some
Hey,
say,
baby,
what
bullshit.
are
he
you
ain't want,
talking
he ain't
about?
want to tell nobody.
I was
He ain't
about to
want to tell
say,
nobody.
what
Congratulations,
the
Josiah.
hell
Listen,
we
well,
just talking about?
congratulations. Congratulations,
Yeah, Josiah about to
nevertheless.
be a father. You know, Josiah, there is that fee, bro. So you do have to
Busy.
pay the group.
May I take matters to my own hands, please?
Nah, I'm trying to understand what you're talking about. No problem. Y'all have a good one, okay? You're welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what he's talking about because I'm lost right now. You got a
You
baby
got
on
me
the way. You don't
lost.
even
That's
got no
why I'm
girl.
like, I got to do something about this.
You don't even got no girl,
You
let alone
know,
having a baby on the way. What the heck going on here?
That's what I'm trying to figure
you know,
out.
on them videos that got
I
them
know
pregnant.
it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I knew it. I knew it was a Julio joke, bro. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh man. Oh man. That is funny. Where you at, Josiah?
So
Here you
I am
go.
going to I will
Oh my
proceed to
God,
move
that's
on.
funny.
Talk about WWE Monday Raw. I don't know what's going on in his brain. Clearly, he's obsessed with me talking about Booyah for some reason. Anyway, um,
I mean,
when
I
asked
mean,
by
I mean,
Morgan,
just, I mean,
when
just
asked by
when you,
Morgan, wow,
when
he's
you,
still talking about this. He still want to talk about it.
when when
Ladies and
Josiah
gentlemen, I'm
was
going to give Greg the
having,
floor to get everything off his chest, and he will explain to you. Apparently, I have this Booyah obsession. But go
yeah,
ahead
yeah,
and
you do,
continue.
you
Go
do,
ahead.
you
No,
do.
I really
Hey,
don't.
busy.
You
Let me
made
tell
you
you
made
a
it clear.
story.
What's
You
the
made it clear.
story?
So go ahead.
Hold on,
Let me
what's
tell
the
you the
I
story?
story.
don't know what's going to
What's
get
the
right now.
story?
So,
It's
you
2026,
remember,
bro.
you remember, you remember when the New Day was extremely popular with the unicorn horns and stuff like that. They was throwing their pancakes and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Then they came out with the bootios. Josiah said, "Oh, I can't wait to get me some bootios. When I get paid, I'm gonna get me some bootios."
Grind some bootios. It's crazy, boy.
Hey, Beezy, he finally got paid and got him a box. He called me. He said, bro, guess what I just got? I said, what you got, Josiah? He said, I got me some bootios.
So you bought the bootios for real, Josiah?
No,
You didn't buy none?
no, my mom
Yes, you
bought the
did.
video. No,
Oh
I did
no,
not.
don't do that. She bought it because of
No,
what?
I'm
She
telling the
because you
truth.
heard about it?
I'm telling the truth.
Why did she buy them then?
Beezy. This is what happened. First of all, when that all it came around, that had to be between the years 2015, 2016 is when that started popping off. So I didn't work around that
That,
time
that
as
was
far as
that
being.
was that was
Okay.
that
No,
was
no,
that was
no, no, no,
2017.
no, no,
That was
no.
2017 going
2017.
on
No, it
18.
was
I was in
not.
I was in
No,
I
it was
was in
not.
Scarlet Oaks. I was in Scarlet
What are you
Oaks.
talking about? So even
2017.
okay, so even if it
2017
was
bootios.
2017,
That's
2017,
9 years ago.
I'm telling the truth. No, I'm telling the truth. I did not buy that box of cereal. My mom ended up getting it. So I said, "Mom, you mind giving me this blah 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 blah." We
Well,
had
no, so
Tri County
no,
Mall.
so you bought it. You bought it. She just got it for you. Because the
How
only way
can
they
you
came in
buy
it.
something that you
No,
didn't pay for?
what I'm saying is, it was not your mom's idea to buy the bootios. You told your mom to buy you some bootios. So at the end of the day, you
Right.
still got the bootios. It had nothing to do if it didn't come out your
Why
pocket.
are we
It
talking
still was.
about bootios? Like what?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I
This
got
is.
the cereal as a fan. Why is that a bad thing?
I
I
don't
saw a
know,
dude
man.
the other day wearing a JOU T-shirt. You making this such a big deal because you're obsessed of the idea that I went here and got that, right? All because I put in the group chat of glazed donuts. You ate glazed
Oh
donuts, Krispy Kreme
man,
donuts. I said, Larry, you want some of this? Because your bloodline glazed all the time. That's
they
why I
make
pretty much said.
sure
And
you
you've
ain't
been making
booty.
this thing. You've been bringing this up for 4 or 5 times throughout the whole
Oh
conversation. And we're
God,
trying
that's
to talk
funny.
about Monday night freaking Raw.
Hey,
But you can't
he
help
should have
yourself.
brought
What's
it.
that?
You can't help
He
yourself.
should he
You
should
got to
have
bring up
brought it up
Diddy,
4 or 5 times,
Dior,
bro. This is
Jesus,
the second time
yes.
I
And
brought it
even you
up,
didn't get your mouth up dang on Diddy. What is wrong
Second
with you?
time.
What's wrong with you?
bro.
That is funny
I've
as
already brought it
heck,
up.
bro.
I've
What's
already
wrong with
brought it
you?
up twice. I already brought it
No,
up
you
this
did
time.
not. You
I
brought
brought
it
it
up
up
a few times.
twice this
No,
conversation.
probably 3 times, 4 times. Hell, you even called me
This is the
and brought
second
it up
time.
before I even put it BG, before I even merged the dang on call. You brought that up. So you're clearly obsessed with the idea of me seeing this stuff. You might as well buy yourself something. Go right here and find it on eBay somewhere and purchase it out of your dang on money that you get paid for your dang on job and buy you some bootios because you want to talk about it so dang on much. And you'll see why I bought them in the first place. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty solid, pretty good. Check out the dang on cereal. I'm sponsoring it right now on B&M. Shout out to Beasley. Shout out to official just coming Monty Page. Go right here and
Oh
put it on your website.
my
Buy the
God.
dang on bootio. Buy it. Buy it.
Oh
You better buy
shoot.
them. And you try it,
Oh
and then
man.
if you like it and enjoy it, don't you dare come at me talking about some Josiah, your boot, girl, you should never did it.
Oh
Because if
my
you enjoyed
God.
it, it doesn't matter what
Oh
you think.
my God, bro. Oh, that was funny.
You want Josiah to crash out, you got Josiah to crash out. You're
Oh
welcome.
my God, bro.
You accomplished the goal. Now,
Bootios. They make
for the
sure
love of
you ain't booty.
WE Talk, yes, they make sure you ain't
Mm.
booty. And guess what? The cereal is telling the truth. The cereal is telling the truth.
I gotta clip
Yes.
this.
Go
This
ahead.
gotta become a
Put it in the
short.
shorts. Put it in the shorts.
Oh
Put it
my
in the
God, that was
shorts.
funny.
I want people to hear this. Yes, your boy was a big
That
New Day
was funny.
fan. I love them all. It was great. It was funny. It was
Man, that
comedic.
was funny.
I enjoy entertainment. You can't fault nobody for that. Thank
That
you.
was funny. Wow,
All
that
right.
was funny. Mm-mm-mm.
You got any
This is
more
one
stupid,
That
pointless,
was so
worthless
funny. How you
studio
doing?
questions you want
Good,
to
how are
ask right
you?
I'm
now,
alright.
Larry? Go right ahead and shoot.
of
Good.
Going to parole officer.
You going to pro officer right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Oh man, how many times you gotta check here?
It's not often.
Oh, okay,
Once a month.
Kia,
once a month.
Yeah.
Kia.
It's gonna change now.
No,
Probably few months.
Belinda Road.
So you check in every 3 months.
I don't know. They changed it from first day,
Uh,
then a week, then 2 weeks, then a month. Now it probably is 3 months, hopefully.
okay. When
But
it's done?
but
When are you
not
done? Oh, DWI or DUI?
the same.
Same thing.
Yeah.
How much they fine you?
OWI, same thing.
How much they fine you for?
Oh, this is my fifth.
Oh,
That's why I didn't drive
this is
now.
the fifth time.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't drive
man,
now.
did they give you the? So okay, so you don't drive no more?
No more.
Okay, because I thought, don't they got to put that machine in your car where you breathe in it and all that?
I did that all that.
And they make you pay for that too.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God,
I did all that for 28 months
28 months.
and still didn't learn my lesson and went to prison.
You went to prison?
Yeah, fifth is
How long was you in prison?
a year.
Oh my God. And you got out of prison and did it again?
No, no, no. This
Oh,
is
jeez. Wow.
after prison. They are pretty leeway, in the sense you don't have to do classes and
Yeah,
this shit.
right,
Because there's so much money it was when I did the fourth one.
right.
I probably spent thousands.
Where I'm from in Pittsburgh, you get one DUI. They take it's $15,000 on the first one, and you can't even get your license back until you pay that.
Oh no.
It's different up here from what I heard. But up
Yeah.
there, down there, they don't play.
Well, it's pretty strict here.
Jeez. What kind of car would you drive?
Draft four.
That's probably why.
Why?
Ain't that a fast car?
No,
It's not.
no. Draft four is like a regular.
Oh, you talking about a RAV4?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that is. But you just crossing the lines, or they just follow you or something?
Deviating.
Okay, I got you.
I was drunk. I mean,
Yeah,
and staying up all night makes it worse.
yeah,
Like cards, man.
yeah.
That's a big. It is what it is. You
Yeah,
accept
it is
your
what it
thing
is.
and just do your stuff. And
Right.
as long as they don't make a mess. If you don't drive now, I just decided I'm not
You're
driving.
not driving no more. Yeah,
No, and
forget
I
it.
don't drink either. I
Right.
haven't
Oh, you
had.
don't drink no more either?
No, I haven't had drink for 2 years.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. 2 years sober.
No, well, I never used to drink at home. It was only on weekends. We'll have card game and drink, and
Of course, you gotta have a drink at a
and
car game.
got caught every time.
Oh.
I should stay there. I
Yeah, just spend the night at the person's house.
right. I mean, it's usually like when you drink, you go, I'm fine, I'm
Right,
fine.
right, right.
Get bolder.
Yeah.
You guys are
You
called
need
back.
a DD. You ain't had no designated driver?
Well, no,
Yeah, yeah, I gotta have a designated driver if I'm outside doing that.
well, no. It is what it is. It's
Yeah,
a
it is.
done deal.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, you should have got
Oh yeah, it's over now.
this.
Yeah,
You should
it's
have
over.
done this. You should have done that."
They gotta be in position to see if they would have did it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, it's different.
So I'm okay. I accept.
Right. That was a lot of
I
money
just
though.
move
Kicking
on.
out that money, it got to be a lot of money. I know it's thousands of dollars. How much does it cost to get your license back?
I don't think I'll get it, but I'm not even pursuing.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
I
you
didn't
good.
even ask.
Oh yeah, well that's fine.
I'm done.
So what
I've
years?
had
What's the year span though? When did this start?
7 years. Every
So you
time
got
it was.
five. You got five since '78.
No, no. Every time it was 7 years.
Oh, so it was a 7 year every time.
Yeah. And every
Mm.
time I'm done with the system,
You do it
then I
again.
get it. It's not worth it. Because you think, oh yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I forgot the rule changed. Fifth one is felony. That's
Oh.
why I went to prison.
Wow.
But it's the
You went to prison for a whole year.
minor felony.
Yeah.
It's not like embezzling money or crashing car. I
Right.
never ever had an accident.
They just pulled you up,
Yeah.
and then whenever they seen,
All my conviction,
yeah,
I'm just being pulled because I'm falling asleep in the car.
just falling asleep in the car. You tired and drunk. You trying to drive. That's crazy. Wow. Wow.
Beezy, you need to do more of these, bro.
Yeah, you just need a chauffeur. So that's why you do Ubers.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because I have a couple friends that can't sit in the back seat either because they get dizzy.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think that is?
I have middle ear imbalance,
Okay.
so you can't have like this in your eye.
Okay.
Then
I got you.
like even going on the board,
Hmm.
water going like this.
Oh yeah.
Um, if they just keep moving, it's good. But once they stop and stay there,
Hmm.
then I get really dizzy
Oh
and
wow.
nauseated.
Yeah.
But it could be Meniere's disease.
What's that?
It's just a connection in your
In your
head.
brain?
Yeah, it's all
Wow.
connected. Or you could have had a lot of head trauma.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know a couple people like that. They're like, yeah, I get motion sickness when I'm sitting in the back. I gotta sit in the front.
yeah. It's kind of like a motion sickness. Yeah, even
Yeah.
in the water.
Oh yeah, for sure. So a lot of people that won't get on the water because of that. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh man, you don't get to go on no cruises, no nothing. They're like, yeah, no, can't do it.
I can do it, but it has to be like either I don't see the water
Oh, okay.
or they don't stop and do this.
Oh, okay.
When you stop in the water, it moves.
And then yeah, do the extra
Then,
shaking and stop completely.
yeah. But if you keep moving, like I did the Alcatraz
Uh huh.
board,
Okay.
that's a very small board. So when it's small,
Oh
it
yeah, it's
shakes
definitely
more.
gonna shake.
I was so sick. So coming back, I took this pill, motion sickness pill.
Mm-hmm.
Then you look like zombie,
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
staring
heard
at
about that
everything.
pill.
So,
Some people take that pill when they get
but
on
if
the
I
plane.
take huge course, like
Yeah.
you don't feel it.
Yeah, I heard people take that pill when they get on airplanes too.
I think I'm 45 minutes early. 2 o'clock is the appointment. Oh, half hour, I think.
Too, yeah, it's half an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
1:30.
like to be early because don't know about the traffic, don't know
Yeah, that's
about the
true.
Uber. Like yesterday, I had an Uber. 2 minutes it said, and he canceled for
Oh
whatever
no.
reason. And then the other one didn't show up in 15 minutes. So that kind of,
I got a friend who was missing a lot of work because the Ubers was canceling on him.
yeah, Ubers have
Uber and
become
canceling
really
you real
bad
quick.
now.
Yeah.
It never used to be like that when I first started Uber.
Yeah. Yep.
It,
He used to try
it's
to go to
become
work,
worse than
and they were
taxi.
always canceled.
Yeah,
They let him go because he went to sleep on the job. Yeah. They claimed that he was asleep on the job. He wasn't even asleep. He closed his eyes for a second, had a little rest, and they said they seen him on the camera 1,000 times. Talking about he was asleep. Like, man, you ain't got time to be looking at the
Hard.
camera 1,000 times to find nobody. That don't make no
right.
sense. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, yo, Beezy, right quick.
What's up?
I got an interview with Wawa actually this Wednesday.
Wow, wow.
You ever heard Wawa?
Yeah. It's not this one, it's the one at the
Yeah, I'm
Montclair.
having a convenience store. They pay way better too.
Value doing
Exactly.
better
And
than
then they send you right back off?
yeah. But you know what? This was the cheapest. Oh my God! For third and fourth was very expensive.
Uh,
This is only $20 a month.
Really? That ain't bad at all.
That machine used to cost me like almost $200 every month.
Hmm.
See you later.
All right.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. You always get an Uber
Wow.
exclusive. Y'all got an Uber
Uber
exclusive, but
exclusive interview.
the crazy part about that interview that y'all don't understand, because I just dropped her off to her parole officer. That was an old lady, bro.
That's crazy.
An old lady that got 5 DUIs, bro. Five
Crazy.
DUIs. Five.
Yeah,
She
I'm being
got
like
five
I'm being
DUIs. She said she was getting
not a
one
joke.
every 7 years. She said she was getting one every 7 years. She said she just
Crazy.
decided to not drive now. Now she's sober for 2 years and she don't drink. I'm like, bro, you should have did that before. You wouldn't have to pay all this money. Her fifth, her fifth DUI. They threw her in jail for a year, and she old lady.
Wow.
hmm So salute for her for putting the bottle down, but I can't salute for her to
She
wait for she waited too late to put it down. You had to lose thousands of dollars first.
is she like she foreign? She sound like she
Yeah,
had an accent.
she was born. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Crazy.
Foreign
That's
lady.
crazy.
Yep, she got a lot of money for sure because them DUIs ain't cheap. So if
Mm-mm.
anybody you know that got a DUI, they coming off some money for that. That junk ain't no joke. Especially if you got to put that
Mm-hmm.
blowing machine in your car.
Jeff Hardy can't drive a car for like I think 10 years.
Yeah, they don't play no games. And
Yeah, bro. This ain't. Yep.
certain states, the fine is different. In Pittsburgh, the first time you get a DUI is dang near they suspend your license and you got to pay $15,000. Here, they
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. Here is a lot cheaper, but she got it 5 times. She said now with her DUI, she only paid $20 a month. I don't know how long, but she got paid $20 a month. But when she had that blowing machine in
Wow.
her car, she had to pay $200 a month on top of the 20.
Sheesh.
Yeah, because the machine, you got to pay for the machine. Even though it's their machine, you got to pay for it to get put in your car.
Mm-hmm.
That's drunk crazy.
It
That's
is
why I be like,
crazy.
nah, I'm cool. Y'all keep that alcohol, bro. I don't want no smoke. Y'all got it.
So I'm talking with someone, by the way, you guys, that is very attentive. That is very much has an incentive or incentive, however you want to say the word, right?
Mm.
I'm talking to somebody that is not illiterate like Larry, okay?
Where's Larry
I'm
at? He
talking to
gone?
somebody that yeah, he's gone. He's gone. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. Larry said he'd be right back, or
Oh.
he's gone. He went to leave. He probably went to the gym to go about and work out because he should have been worked out. But here we are. Here we are. We are talking WWE talk Monday Raw, not Booyos. I don't know why he kept bring up Booyos.
That was
I'm guessing he just
crazy.
wanted to
Yeah,
get
that was a
something out
crazy
your boy.
segment.
Yeah, like why are you bringing up Booyos? There's nothing to. And the great part is we haven't even gotten around to the New Day. the New Day was on Raw. Yes, we
Oh
haven't even
no,
gotten
they had a
around to
segment.
it yet.
Yeah, they had a segment.
They did, which is on Evans, which
And I
we'll get
like the
to.
segment. I like the
Me
segment.
too. Me too.
I like the
But before we
segment.
get
I've
to
been
that,
pushing for this. I've been pushing for this.
and
I'm like,
you did,
but I was
you
pushing with
did,
Royce Keys. I was pushing with Royce Keys, but I wasn't even thinking about adding him too and make
you
it like an
did,
older
you
version and
sure
a new
did,
version of New Day.
you
I'm
sure
like, if you
did,
get both, bro, that's cooking. You get it if you get both.
you sure did, you sure did. When and that means Javon Evans goes into it in a dastardly way, like a heel manner. I
Yeah,
think it'll pay off. It'll pay off
it would
regardless.
definitely pay
People
off.
go back to the end. So I
And
think
you get
that'll
what's the
work out
name
there.
up out of there because he don't need to be there in there. Grayson Waller, figure something else
Yeah,
out with him.
get him, please, for the love of God, get him away from the New
Yeah,
Day.
get him out of there.
Get him away from the New Day. Get him away from there.
And the way he
He
was
needs to be
looking
gone.
at Kofi, it was almost like he like, man, bro, what? So it looked like that split is coming. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
they're just like, why are you there? It's
Yeah, I
like
don't know why he's
you
there.
have no
I
purpose
don't.
being there. You really don't. You just feel so out of place, bro.
So out of place.
Um, it's crazy because we were thinking when Theory came back, it was going to be him and Theory in a few, but obviously though he wanted to go with the division thing. But it is what it is. Um, when asked by Morgan backstage if he wanted her and Rodriguez to accompany him to the ring, tough guy Dirty Dom said, "Of course." The second generation wrestler is the prototypical cowardly heel, and he pulls off the role perfectly. Yep. Okay. Madonna turning on Balor was the one moment that could have been better sold by the commentary team, given how instrumental the latter was and has been on Jay's career. Yeah, they did not holler. That's another thing too that I was like, because you gotta recognize this is the same guy that Finn Balor trained. So when you get to the main roster and you're on the same roster with the guy who trained you, and now y'all are part of a stable together, they really could like go in a little bit more. But given we got about 5 more weeks before Mania,
Yeah,
I
they're
think
definitely gonna tag in on that. They're definitely gonna
they
tag in
got
on
to.
it.
They got to. We got 5 more weeks, so it has enough time to build. Um, if Triple H and his creative team can build on this, they may have an incredibly hot mid card match on tap for WrestleMania 42.
For
The
sure.
history is plentiful. The characters are involved are over, and the crowd ate this up. It helped that Balor had been reheated through his rail title feud with CM Punk, so that's why
Exactly.
they did the whole entire thing. Yep, makes
Yeah.
sense. Um, and yeah, the crowd did eat it up. The crowd was booing the heck out of it. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about Dominic Mysterio taking the well, he was hitting him with the 619 with the hammer in his foot, and then he went and put the hammer and the steel chair, I think, together. No,
Yeah.
I'm tripping. He put the steel chair on Finn Balor and hit the frog splash.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You have to do all of that stuff in order for the demon to show up because of the fact that Finn is
Yeah,
better than everybody literally in that ring. That's why when we was talking about it
yeah.
before, we was like, "Yo, we seen Dom versus Finn at Mania. Does he need the demon character?" I'm like, "No, because Dom ain't no threat." But that right there, it causes the demon to come out. I'm like, "Okay, well, you want to play like that? Then I'll beat you for real with the demon character."
Hmm.
Because I think that somebody else
Yep.
is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got all this help and it's just me by myself. I'm like, well, y'all don't understand how crazy this demon can get. I'll put y'all all down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't think we get demon next week, nothing like that. I just think it's a lot of stuff that has to tweak it to make him be like, okay, well, you get demon fan or demon fan is going to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Obafemi took on Rusev.
man,
Um,
man,
easy. I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna give you the floor on this one.
look, man. Obafemi, bro, it looked like Obafemi was fighting Doink the Clown. I don't know why they brought Rusev back to be getting beat up like he get beat up, bro. Rusev
I have
used to
faith in
run
Obafemi.
through the WWE, and I don't care how big
Yep.
Oba is. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, don't, I mean, I'm not
Yep.
taking nothing away from Obafemi because Obafemi did throw him like he threw anybody else the same length that he threw everybody else too. Obafemi is strong in real life. That dude is crazy.
Yep.
I get that, but come
Yep.
on, bro. There was a moment in time when Rusev was the Obafemi. Now I'm like, I don't want
Yep.
to see Obafemi versus Rusev when he getting killed like this. Why? You got to give me
Hmm.
Brock now. You got to give me or somebody. You got to give me somebody crazy now because this is weak. Who is really gonna step up to him? Rusev is huge for real, and I just beat him like it was nothing.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I was salute to
I didn't like
Obafemi,
that.
but I was so disappointed in the they how they did Rusev though. 'Cause I'm like, why did you bring him back to do that? Why did
They
you bring
should
him
have
back
made
to
it
do
a
that?
back and forth encounter. They should have kept it. I didn't mind the idea of Obafemi being Rusev.
Me
Didn't mind it
neither.
at all. As long as you treat it as long as you do the match in a way where you keep both men strong. But based
And
off of the way they did Rusev here, I am now more concerned than ever that he's just been being brought back to put over the other stars, and I
yep,
hate that. Absolutely
I
hate
don't
that
like that.
because if Rusev was brought back to WWE for any reason, it should be to achieve championship goal. It
Right.
should be to do some wonders with other talents. But this reminds me of what they've been doing with Braun Strowman with the whole Jacob Fatu thing, and they had the Braun versus Bronson Reed for a little while, right? It's in that same boat, and it's all about elevating Obafemi, and I get it. I feel like the way they did it, it was more like a test run. And if that's the case, WWE, please, for the love of God, do not drag out that Brock Lesnar Open Challenge for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. I don't want to wait to the last minute. I'm sorry. Stop. Stop. It's nonsense as it already is. We already got open challenges when it comes to the U.S. title thing. I am with Alex on this. Just Alex, he points out too. I am completely in agreement. Give us Brock versus Obafemi next week. at
I
this
don't
point.
think we're getting it. I think honestly, after that feud that just happened, I think you're getting LA Knight versus Brock.
You know what? And we did say Seth Rollins, and I'm not mad at either one of those ideas now. I really am not. I think
I think they should pivot and
Alex
do the
said
Overfemi for sure. I really do think it should be
they
Overfemi,
definitely should do over Femi.
but I think it's about to be
They should
LA
do over
Knight.
Femi.
I think it's
But
about to be LA Knight.
yeah,
He's still locked
yeah,
in with the
I
vision.
think they're going to lead. Yeah, I think they're going to lead into that direction. I think the only reason why Oba makes more sense is because he said that match. Alex said that match alone is going to help to sell WrestleMania. He said the one
Facts.
biggest issue that he's having with Mania right now. He said you only got 4 matches announced for the card. He said by the time SmackDown comes around, we should get some more matches announced for the card. And he said that he heard a report that WWE is looking to do 16 matches for this Mania this year. So
So
that means
that's 8
you're
on
going to
each
get 8 for
night.
one card, 8 for the other card. You have to do that. You
They
have
gotta
to.
do it. They gotta do it. But I think it's gonna be a lot of tag team work if that's the case there. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I
You don't
don't
like
like
that?
that. A lot of tag team work. I'm like, bro, that's just a like that feel like wrestling. That feel like wrestling for loser or whatever. There's a lot of tag team work. I'm like, because I think we should get a ladder match. I think we should get a ladder match. I don't know who will be in it. I don't know what would be to qualify for, but I think a ladder match should be involved. I also think the IC title should be involved. I think the US title should be involved. You know what I'm saying? I think that stuff should be involved. But also, as far as the big matches, if Brock Lesnar is doing an open challenge, I want it to be Royce Keys. I'd rather it be Obafemi, but I think it's going to be LA Knight. And the reason being is because we have not seen Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar is probably going to be like, where is his partner at? And the only person that knows is LA Knight because he's the one who had him.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, do we even get a match with Obafemi at Mania? Because I don't want to see a squash match at Mania. Why? If he gonna keep squashing people, why is he on the guard?
It's almost like they're pushing Obafemi to be like the Goldberg of WWE right now,
I don't like
and
that.
that's fine. That
Yeah, I don't like. I agree. I agree with what you just said.
yeah, I don't
I
like
just
that
don't
either.
like that.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
that
that.
either. I don't like that either.
I don't
And I'm
like
with
that.
you, busy, because it comes across like Oba can't have nobody physically match up with him. Nobody can come across like they have a chance of dethroning him. I absolutely hate that because then you make this whole thing, and then here's another thing I don't want WWE to do, but I have a feeling that they're going to do it. They're going to go with that undefeated streak nonsense again, and I
Yeah,
don't want to see that.
I don't
I
want to see
don't
it.
want to see that. I
I don't
don't
want to see
want to
it.
see that at all because to me, when it comes down to it, I understand pushing him to be this strong, dominant force. I completely understand. But the moment he loses, he's not going to be necessarily the same. And that's fine. But you can tell, but you won't have to tell that in the whole undefeated story thing. Because now we're going to anticipate who's going to be the one to face Obafemi and beat him. I don't want that. No, stop.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
something
yeah,
different. Do something that has never been done before. To the point where, and if you have him be like Goldberg to be his point, doing these squash matches, then you're basically saying Overfame should squash Brock Lesnar, which would be
yeah.
huge,
Don't
by
put
the
him on
way,
Mania. That's
very
what
huge.
I'm like. He's
But
that.
at the
He's
same
that
exact
big of a
time,
yeah. He's that big of a deal. He should not be doing squash matches on the main event on a WrestleMania
if
card.
I will say this: squashing Brock would be huge, absolutely huge. You talk about getting somebody further, like monster, like furthermore over, that would be huge. However, to BZ's point, Rusev was one thing. And I said all due respect to Rusev because I'm a big Rusev fan as much as BZ is. Rusev may have been that test run. And the plan is for him to face Brock Lesnar, that's fine. And if he's planning to win against Brock Lesnar, that's fine too. But do it in a way where Brock Lesnar, at the very least, can keep it up back and forth going against Obafemi. At the same time, the more I think about it, no, you don't want to see Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania this year. And
You
here's my
don't.
main reason why. Here's my main reason why. And I want to see a match. Don't get it twisted. I want to see a match sometime this year in 2026. But the more I think about it, the more I think about it like this. Brock and them won Brock's won two matches since his comeback, right, BZ?
Yeah,
Wrestlepalooza against John Cena, and
and
then he
then
won against the War Games match.
War Games match.
Right. But he didn't win the Rumble. He didn't even go into the chamber, which is fine. He don't need to be in chamber. But and he lost against Rumble. He lost in Rumble when it came to LA Knight. So LA Knight did eliminate him. Clay Rose did eliminate him. So why not LA Knight come after Brock? That makes some sense. Now I think about some more. And then Brock's going over. Fine. I don't care. But this idea of Brock having to put somebody else over is kind of like it's not. It feels like it's not going to work at this point. Not right now. At the very least. So Oba doesn't need it yet.
But if Brock's last
I
match is
think
at
that's why WWE
SummerSlam,
is saying no because if Brock loses against Oba at WrestleMania, how much can Brock be taken seriously? But then again, I look at Brock and I go, I mean, he's still a serious threat though, regardless. But that's just me. What do you think?
well, is Brock really his last match at SummerSlam? Is that a real thing still?
Yes,
So if that's a real thing still, Brock Lesnar goes against Gunther at SummerSlam. But if that's the case, when does Brock Lesnar go against Obafemi? Because Brock just listed all the dates that he are about to be at Raw, and that starts next week.
this is gonna sound crazy, but WrestleMania has another show afterwards, and it's called Backlash.
Right.
I have Brock versus Oba Femi at Backlash.
But
Tell the story.
normally Backlash is for people to get their vengeance on what happened at Mania, right?
It's more of a follow up after Mania. Vengeance was a pay per view that they talked about
I used to love
that was
Vengeance.
the purpose of Vengeance. I love
Yeah, I
Vengeance
used
too.
to
I
love
love
Vengeance.
Vengeance. Vengeance was a classic, right?
Yeah.
But they do Backlash is more of a follow up of what happens after Mania. I can see a situation where Oba comes out Mania looking strong, Brock comes out Mania looking strong, and then that's when you get the match. I know it's not the ideal card to have Brock versus Oba. I get it. Some people will argue, no, decide do it at SummerSlam, do it at Money Bank, do it at Survivor Series. But given that Brock is only going to be at SummerSlam and to say that's going to be his last match,
Right. You gotta pull the trigger sometime.
allegedly, it's allegedly because John Cena it was the only one that confirmed it so far. Cena confirmed that. But besides that, it's like, besides that being the confirmation, you got to put Oba and Brock somewhere. Don't put it on a random Monday Night Raw. I don't think that would work. I
That's
mean,
what
if Brock's down for it, maybe, sure. But I don't think that's going to happen.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm really asking. What is really do we are we this like this could be a dream match that all of us have thought of that's not even going to happen. We just dreamed about it. It might not even happen
I mean, at the very least, we got Oba and Brock in the Rumble
at the
this year.
Rumble. Yeah, so it's something that we want to see for sure. But it's so many other matches that everybody in their mind has as a dream match that never happens.
I will be honest though, Oba kind of looked a little weak compared to Brock though at Rumble. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
Seeing
gotta
he's
see that.
always
I gotta see his spot again.
yeah, you gotta watch it back because I felt like they kind of like did Oba a little somewhat dirty when it came to him and Brock. I was like, come on, man. That means he's like the same size as Brock. He can look a little stronger. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. I feel like they kind of kept it a little safe with him and Brock. I was like, nah. Should have been more. But yeah, backstage, Kofi Kingston pitched Javon Evans on joining up with the New Day, planting the seeds for an honest to goodness story involving the three instead of ran one-off matches. I want to see them as a stable. I
I
want to see
definitely
Javon
do.
part of the stable.
I definitely do.
I think Javon
I would
being
love
by
to see
himself is
Javon
cool.
Evans and Kofi Kingston as tag team partners. That would be crazy.
Yeah,
That would
but
that would
WWE
breed
said
that
their
would
partners
bring
is
that would bring Kofi Kingston
yeah.
back into the fold.
I
That would
like
bring him
that.
back into the fold.
Do you think, however, the WWE might go into a feud between him and Kofi instead?
I mean, they already fought. So do we want to see it again? We just seen it.
We've seen the match. We haven't seen a feud.
That's what I'm saying. But
Knowing
I'm like
them, they
the
might
match.
make it a feud. I don't want to see it as a feud though.
I don't think I want to see. I don't know. I don't think I want to see it. I don't know.
It might be good though. Might be pretty
I
solid.
mean, it's definitely gonna be good because Kofi know how to get people over.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but I want to
oh,
see him in the New Day. And the New Day is different compared to how it was before. The New Day is not that silly. I mean, they're not that serious either, but still, like
yeah,
they can still be.
and he already on that boy. I don't see already corny, so that already lines up with New Day stuff anyway. If people look at it like that, like I like the boy is bouncy now, but I'm like when they first started, it gives me that burn, 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 burn,
That's
burn, burn,
hilarious.
burn. You know what I'm saying? So it's that same thing. Your boy is bouncy. I'm like that's corny, but when Xavier Woods is going around with the trombone, that was corny too, but it grew on people.
They did.
It grew on
The
people, and
trombones,
then
man. They passed me the
they was
trombone.
always grinding. They was always grinding and doing all that stuff. That stuff, I could see him doing that. I could see him doing all of that. I can't see him doing it by himself. But if he got Kofi and Xavier Woods in his corner doing it, I'm like, bro, that'd be fire. Like, yo, it's different.
Oh, it's fun. The New Day
But
is
right
fun,
now, that's
bro.
not
I
what
love
they like. You said that's like right now, that's not what they own. They got fresh
they're going
clothes. They
that
come
way.
in all black. They cold. They lit. They like movie stars
Yeah.
now. So they don't got that same look no more.
Javon will fit right in. Imagine Javon coming
Heck
out with
yeah.
glasses, some shades on, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 coming out with some like New Day drip on, you know what I'm saying? It would look fire, bro.
Fire.
It would definitely help to revitalize the New Day quite a bit because the New Day to me has been very, very cold last. Like they've been cold for months now, and they needed because they had a great turning heel moment against Big E. That was a fire the turning heel moment. But
Right.
there's no great follow up. You pay this off with them coming together as a group. Say you bring in Kofi, you got Xavier, you got Javon Evans as like basically like the new upstarts, like the newer like generation of the New
Right.
Day. So you got Javon Evans and you bring in Royce Keys. Oh, Chef
My God, that's what I'm
right there.
saying.
That's fire.
It's a
Come
perfect
on, bro.
setup.
Oh, you see
It's a
that?
perfect setup for
It is.
sure.
It is. It is.
It's a
Now, I
perfect
understand
setup
people
if they
being like,
do
well,
it.
Royce Keys
You
has to
shining?
leave, be on his
Yeah.
own, and
Yeah, it's a
I
perfect
understand the
setup if
idea
they did it.
of yeah, I understand people saying Royce Keys needs to be on his own. Like I get that, but you will be elevated to another degree if you are a part of a faction.
Yep, right now, especially that faction because everybody's missing the big E version of that faction. Because even if you put Evans in there, they still will look at it as like yeah, but they're all three small. They don't really have a big guy that'll put them over like Big E did.
Yeah,
You put Keys over there, they got a big four. They
and
look like the Shield,
they would, and on top of that, it will give people that leeway of feeling like the WWE did a disservice to the Hurt Business. You put
bro.
all four black guys who are
I'm
killing it on
I'm
week to week on Monday Raw. Oh boy, oh
I'm gonna
boy.
take it. I'm gonna take it to Nation of Domination. That's where I'm going.
Same.
They will do that.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah,
But part even better.
yeah. That's what I think that they should do. Yeah, I really do think that that's what they should do because that would help. That would help Keys and his beginning stages at the WWE and Evans, and they would have, you know, what I'm saying them as their mentors at the time. For real, for real. That would be solid. Plus to have them all up, down, down all the time with Xavier Woods, that would be fire. That
Yep.
would be a fire thing. I hope they pull the
Rusev looked
trigger
like
on
the
that.
world beater. It says Rusev looked like the world beater at points, fighting success against Femi that others has not thus far his main roster run. Sure, they may not want him in meaningless matches and angles of WrestleMania is not in his future, but he is too good not to be utilized more consistently, which is what we just said. We completely agree.
Right.
Femi overcoming an early onslaught showed the WWE Universe a new side of himself, proving he can win beyond just obliterating the competition in short order. I mean, we know that. I've seen. Listen,
Right.
Open Femi wasn't this guy in NXT that was just squashing people. No. As a matter of fact, they put Open Femi in a lot of busy. I'm not even making a joke when I say this. They put him in a lot of three-way matches, a lot of triple threat matches,
Mm.
and he's able to showcase his versatility in those three-way matches. And he put on matches with guys who were small, and they were great matches for a guy his size to be able to do what he does. He still put on some really great matches. It's not the same. It's not like Goldberg when Goldberg, and I say this with all respect, Goldberg came into professional wrestling because he couldn't hack it in football, right? Let's just call for what it is. He couldn't. He got injured, got hurt. He said he needed something else to do. He went to doing pro wrestling, and he just happened to find a pretty good niche at it, right? The difference between him and Oba is I think Oba Femi knows the idea of being that he's a guy of his size and he's able to wrestle the way he's able to wrestle. He also wants to be able to say, okay, I can do what I do and keep it simple and do
Right.
what works, but also I don't mind going 15, 20 minutes with any one of these guys and putting on a great match.
Right.
That's the difference. The difference was Goldberg was like, nope, get in, get out. Oba's like, I'm going to get in, but let me show out. Let me show what I can do compared and the perceptions of how my size is, right? He's like, I
Right.
don't care. You can see my size and still think I can put on a great match. Watch out. I can put on a great match. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference.
Right.
So that's why I'm not like, oh, he's not going to be able to kill it. No, trust me, he's going to kill it. And for those that want to complain about squash matches, go sit down. He's a big guy. He should be squashing people. He should be doing that. But anyways, the match itself was exactly what it needed to be, and it was executed to perfection. I don't know about perfection, but okay.
Yeah, it definitely
Anyway,
wasn't no perfection at all.
yeah, I don't know about that one, bro. What about that one, Chief?
Unless you talking about perfection based off of how Rusev sold for him, that was definitely perfection.
Yeah.
'Cause he definitely sold
Oh
for him.
yes, the way he sold for Oba, yes,
Yeah,
that
he
I can
definitely
definitely agree
sold
with.
for him. If that's what you want to call perfection.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he did a great job, an outstanding job on Rusev's part. He made sure Oba came out there looking like a complete $1 million buck. So hey, I ain't mad at that for sure.
He's
That's
giving
true.
Rusev is giving
That is
me,
true.
well, you came back from the AEW and we got to punish you before we put you back to the top. That's what kind of feel I'm getting from Rusev. Even though they didn't do
That's
that for
kind of
Cody,
weird though because you brought
they
in
didn't do that for
Cody, Jay,
Cody.
Ricky.
They
Now
didn't do
you
that
didn't
for
do this for
Cody.
them.
Right. They didn't do that for Cody. They didn't do that for Jade. They didn't do that for Punk. But at the same time, Cody, Jade, and Punk ain't on the same. Luke Rusev ain't even on none of their level.
I mean, they kind of did Andrade somewhat dirty too.
That's what I'm saying. So when they
But
said
Andrade was,
that I take AEW stars and I make them stars, they talking about the AEW stars. I don't know. I didn't watch AEW to know if Rusev was a star like that.
oh, Rusev was fire in AEW. It was a little rocky at first because they kind of made him into like this gaming kind of character where he was like a big guy and he's called the best man. And essentially they was going into this gaming route of Rusev's character because he's playing video games prior to like coming back to wrestling. And
Mm.
fans were like, "No, this is not what you should be doing with him. It's not making him serious. This is garbage. Get rid of that." So it took him a while before he got towards Rusev, but then he's known as Miro by the way. His name was Miro, which is short for his real life name, Miroslav. So he came up with this character called the Redeemer, right? And DZ, this man was cutting one of the very best points I was seeing week to week on AEW. I was like, what in the? I said, how do they do this? How does AEW for some reason give you an insight on these guys that were from WWE and they become these masterful promos? You're like, bro, how are you able to cut this promo? Like, why didn't you give me this time to do it? But then you go and realize WWE has a set order. AEW doesn't necessarily have a set order, right? They have in terms of like of how they do promos. Bro, the whole genesis of his promo was basically like this. He was talking about God, right? And he would use God as his basically he was saying he was God's champion. He was better than everybody else, and whatever God would do, he would pray to God, and he would be saying all these different kind of promos about what he would do to his opponents, about crushing them and things like that. And go when you get a chance to check out one of the promos on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was fire, bro. It was fire, and he's also a believer in real life too. So, but they had to make it into a character where he's basically a bad guy into the whole entire thing. But he was still killing it though. It was fire. So yeah, the Redeemer giving it was dope. And they were somewhat teasing that a little bit when he came back to WWE, but then they just stopped doing it for some reason. I don't know why. It's their fault. Anyways, um, let's get to the last part of Monday Night Raw. Again, for the second week in a row, one of WWE's better episodes. I don't know if it's their best, but another better episode. Coming off of Chamber. This was another second week and a string of wins so far. SmackDown, come on, get it together. Uh, um, see, matter of fact, hold on, right quick before we get into Punk's promo, right quick. We want to talk about Cody just a little bit, but you said about the bus opening thing. We said we're gonna do that for another segment, right? For another
Right.
thing. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this right quick. Let's talk about this topic right quick before we get to Punk. Rumors is going on social media that apparently a fan from Twitter or whatever he's from, social media, decided to go ahead and buy dislikes off of YouTube for Cody
Right.
Rhodes. BZ, I've already weighed my thoughts about that just a little bit for myself. What were your thoughts when you first heard about that? Because that's insane.
I mean, it's insane, but that's just the world we live in for real. And they said it was
It really
bots.
is.
They just said it
And
was
it's
bots,
bots.
so they just wanted to show them. They just wanted everybody to look at it from a different angle. They wanted everybody to be like, oh well, this picture, oh, look, this is proof right here. The whole world don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe somebody didn't agree with how he was thinking. So he was like, all right, but if I buy the bots and make it look like everybody's in agreement with what I'm saying, then they would look like that because that's what happens. Everybody would be cool with one thing, but then when they see the world doing it, oh, I'm gonna do it too. Instead of standing
Mm-hmm.
on their own business and doing their own, if they see something that's better than the other, well, you know what? I kind of did like that over that. I'm like, bro, but you said you didn't like it. Now all of a sudden you like it. Like, come on, bro. Oh, well, everybody else liked it. Like, see, so that's when I seen it, I was just like, man, that's crazy. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's just the world we live in, for real, for real.
it is,
You,
bro.
to change a narrative, all
I'm
you got to
sorry
do is
nobody's got to come on our channel and ball dislikes
put
for
money
our
behind
videos.
it. If you want to change the narrative, put money behind it. That's all you got to do.
Yep,
If
literally.
you want to change the narrative, put
That's
money
so
behind
true.
it.
That's so
Yep.
true. That's so true, though. It's sad that takes money to do that, but it's so true. But it goes back to the Bible. Money, you know what I'm saying, is the root to all evil. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have that. Y'all won't have that conversation, though. Y'all ain't there yet. Y'all ain't there yet. Y'all want to have that conversation. Y'all
Right.
want to have that talk. Anyways, let's get to this last segment. CM Punk and the Usos promo segment. DZ, I thought it was fire. I loved it. But what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, it was dope. It was definitely dope. It gave me Uso heel vibes, but in a way it was like not really heels because they standing up for they, you know what I'm saying, for their dad. So it kind of was. I mean, not their dad, but what was it? What was that to them? Their uncle? Was that would be
Yeah,
if
it's
it's
their uncle.
Roman's dad? It'd be his uncle. Okay. So yeah, so they
Yeah,
just
it's
standing
their
up.
uncle.
You know what I'm saying? Standing up for family at the end of the day, but to but also be there for Roman as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you can't just say whatever you want to say and get away with that, regardless if we cool in this month or not. You know what I'm saying? Have a good one.
Right.
And I think it helped because of the fact that CM Punk did a heck of a job when he shook their hand and stuff like that before
Yes.
he actually said what he was gonna say. That was
Yep.
genius work. Also
Mm-hmm.
also it made sense to me a little bit because Roman and CM Punk had the Usos in their conversation in their promos last week.
It did.
So it didn't really highlight or acknowledge the fact that Roman was right or Punk was right. But the fact of the matter is, you crossed the line with the family
Yeah.
thing. And so it was
Yeah.
you crossed the line with the family thing. So they didn't highlight that. They just made CM Punk say, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You shook hands with him. Everybody was like, okay, cool, cool. So it made it seem like Punk was correct on what he said. But then when Punk started kicking his promo out, it started making me look like, dang, man, is the Usos about to turn on Roman again? Until Punk said, yeah, it's y'all out here still being what do you say? Roman's young boys or stuff like that. When he did that, that's why I was like, okay, well that sealed it. Because before it looked like, dang, Roman, he's speaking truth, speaking facts again, and they about to go back to the drawing board. Like, yeah, man, Roman got us doing this and doing that. When in all actuality, Roman ain't got y'all doing nothing. Because at the end of the day, Roman was trying to get y'all to be on the page, and y'all wasn't there. So he was like, bro, I don't even want to see y'all till Christmas. I don't want to do nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing good, like at all. So when you look at it from back then, when they were around each other all the time, to now, like Roman don't be around them cats like
Hmm.
that. So he
Yes,
couldn't use
and
that to be like, oh yeah, well you're being Romans, da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, you can't kind of say that because Roman and the Usos don't be on the same page all the time, so you can't do that. But I mean,
how you feel?
the way that CM Punk played that role or that promos. He played it. He played it perfect. Dang near close to.
Yeah,
He played it
killed
perfectly.
it, killed it, killed it,
Yep.
killed it, killed it.
And nothing was
Real
highlighted.
retelling.
And nothing was
And
highlighted as
BZ,
far as what both of them said. So that was dope.
I love what you just said. Roman wasn't in the right, but Punk wasn't in the right either. Right?
Right.
Love what you just said. This the WWE has accomplished something that I don't think I've ever come across with in pro wrestling, and that's this idea of playing with what's the word, ambiguity? Is the word called ambiguity? Ambiguity? I think it's the word,
Hmm.
like a form of mystery. They're doing something that's very bold and ballsy, and what they're doing is, and somebody points out that I was like, wow, I never noticed this. They're testing the waters on wrestling fans' desire to cheer for Roman or to cheer for Punk.
Right.
They're the baby faces, but at the same exact time, the things that these baby faces have said to one another haven't been quote unquote baby face like. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Right.
Like with Roman saying what he's saying and Punk saying what he's saying, it's almost like coming across very like these guys who have big inflated egos, and they don't see that the problem with themselves is that they can't get out of their own way. Punk
Right.
can't get out of his own way. Roman can't get out of his own way, which is why when Punk isn't apologizing, he still can't somewhat get out of his own way. But Punk did something that I thought was subtle and very genius. He pointed out because people take it at face value and go, "Oh, he didn't apologize." No, Punk did apologize. He did. I'm gonna tell you how he apologized. When Jay demanded the apology, and Jay was great here because Jay to me showed. Matter of fact, let me read this article right quick. I want to see your opinion on this. And BZ put this in, not BZ. Larry had put this in the group chat. And when I read it, I was like, yeah, I can see this, and I agree. But I want to see your take on this right quick first, BZ. Um, from the pro wrestling world. So tonight's promo on Raw brought back a version of Jey Uso we haven't seen in a long time. The angry, intense Jey Uso. Passionate, intense, emotional, and many remind me of the Bloodline days, especially when Jay was pushing to kick Sami Zayn out of the group. That edge and whiz is when Jay is at his best. When Jay finally turned on Sami, it was one of the most powerful performances in WWE storytelling in years. One thing that always made the Usos interesting is how different they are on the microphone. Jimmy is usually the calm, coherent one, while Jay is the emotional wild card. Basically, like he's reckless and impulsive. Good cop, bad cop, and they've always played it perfectly. Seeing this Jay again tonight was great. If they have kept this version of Jay, he will still be world champion. It's far better than the goofy Yeet version. Hot take. What do you think, BC?
It is better than the Yeet version, but I think that the character that Jay portrays, I think it's too much. It feels forced when he be doing all that extras. Is like he's pissed off. I'm like, yeah, that's Crash Out Jay, but at the same time, it's just like when you see somebody else pissed off, they don't do all of that. So why are you doing all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does I'm pissed off. I got to make my face look a certain way. I got to be walking back and forth. I got to do it. Roman don't do that when he pissed. When CM Punk was talking last week, Roman was pissed. You ain't see him doing all that. You
No,
seen it in his
Roman.
face. That was it.
Yes,
So a
yes.
lot of
Roman
people, when
does
they
something that's
pissed off,
beautiful, though.
CM Punk the same way. When he's pissed off, he don't go through all these antics. He don't do all of that. I'm just pissed off. Jay Uso, when
Yes,
he do it, is
yes,
just too much. It's just like, bro, okay, we know you mad. Okay, we got it. But for you to be doing all the
yeah,
antics, it's like, why? Like, okay,
yeah.
we don't
I
believe
think
you,
it's
bro.
because remember when Jay did the? Remember when people was putting out YouTube about how many times Jay would crack up and how he would like show face and he would be breaking character essentially. I think that's the reason why. I think Jay at times can be serious, but when it gets to the point where it's not too serious for him, it's hard for him to tap into being way more serious. That's why like after they had hit Punk, Jay pointed at Punk and he did the hand gesture. I said this is a work. This is a complete work. These guys
Right.
know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? I said to myself, this is a work. They automatically get along. There's no he for real for real. It's just to stir up interest for real for me. And now, do I think Punk and Roman are best friends? No, but I do think they are cool. I don't think they're like crazy cool, but I think they're cool enough, right? With that said, I agree with you, BZ. I think the way that they did Jay a little bit was a bit forced. And when Jimmy spoke and talked to Punk man to man, told him how much he respected him and why they respected him, and he said what you done did before you came back and boom boom boom. I immediately said to myself, and if Larry was on this phone, he'd be like, "Oh, Josiah, here you go." I immediately said to myself, Jimmy's a better talker on a microphone than Jay is. Am I wrong for saying that though?
You entitled to your own opinion.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah,
I look big, and the only reason is because it was clear, it was
it was.
coherent, it was articulate, it was calm, it was strategic, but the way he talked to Punk felt believable. It was like one of those like, Punk, listen, bro, we got love for you.
Right.
We ain't got no big problem with you all like that. But you violate our family, and you violate respect coming from us.
Facts.
So unless you make this right in front of us right now, we gotta let you know, bro. You have to apologize. We just want a simple thing for you to do. Say sorry. And I love the chant of the wrestling crowd. Say you're sorry.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. I thought that was brilliant. I thought the whole segment itself was brilliant,
it
right?
was.
So they said that. And then Punk goes into this spiel of, listen, I didn't really get around to Seagull all that much, but one thing I can say is I did have love for Arthur. He said in Allentown, Pennsylvania, at a time where he was looking to get his feet into the business, he tells the story of he actually goes way back with the family himself. I never knew this at all. I never knew he even knew about the family like that. But
Right.
apparently, the way he was detailing it was they gave him food for him to to eat. They had all this happen for him. Boom, boom, boom. He said when he needed, a shelter, they provided for him. I was like, this is beautiful work. I love it. And then Jay's like, Punk, scratch all that. Apologize. Say you're
Right.
sorry. Let's go. Let's cut to the chase. And Punk's finally like, all right. He takes his time. I love that Punk takes his time before saying what he has to say. He says, I'm sorry. Jay, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry that you two still defend your cousin Roman Reigns and basically that's garbage, right? Love it, love it. But he did say something that I was like, I love the storyline continuity of this because it is so true. Besides because of how he feels about Roman, about him being egotistical and all this other stuff, one of the things that he said that was so true, he said, you guys want me to apologize for the simple fact that I told Roman I will bury him next to his father. But then Roman Reigns, not 2 years ago, did he not tell my friend Cody Rhodes that his dad, Dusty Rhodes, was irrelevant? And he ain't apologized about that to Cody. He ain't apologized to you, Jimmy. And he ain't apologized to you, Jay. He just got back the band together. And this spurs the bloodline story to a degree as well, which is why I was going to have this talk, bloodline Glazer or not. Anyways, that talk about this. BZ, did Punk have a point about that or not?
I mean,
It wasn't
to a
as
degree,
scathing as
because
what he said about Roman.
I mean,
but
to
it's
a
still
degree,
disrespectful
yeah,
too.
but that's him saying that about Cody Rhodes. Yeah, that's your friend. Yep, stand up for your friend, just like you standing up for your cousin. But no, your friend and cousin is different. That's my uncle you're talking about. This is blood. You and Cody ain't blood. Y'all just close friends. So yeah, he didn't apologize. I get that. But to bring that up, I'm like, I get what you own, but at the same time, that's still not family. So,
I
but
love
I
that we,
get,
that we
I
talk about
get
this.
where he at though. I get where he did that. But I think once again, that's the WWE pulling from the sky. They try to find things to stick to make this situation work for Mania because they really don't have no story to tell with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Because in all actuality,
With the I
like
bury
we
you next
said,
year.
that was never the plan in the
Yeah,
first place. It's supposed to be
but
sad.
I think that I bury you next year. I think that line and the whole Roman Reigns bring up his family talking about which because Roman Reigns was the first one. Go back to the promo. Roman did say that it was Punk that was complaining to his cousins, to where his cousins had to tell him about that. So they made it about the family. So Roman Reigns did establish that first. He did bring that up first, right? So for Punk to say what he said about the whole father thing, it kind of goes back to what Roman said in that promo from last week. Thus, you
But
get
it
Mania
still
next
don't
year
land.
for
But
this
it
year.
don't. It still don't land with a dead person involved. It don't
No, I get
land.
that. I'm saying I'm tying back to the overall family picture, not just the father.
Yeah, I mean,
Him
but
bringing in the ROI thing into the fold.
the family picture was gonna always be there. The problem is, even with the family picture gonna be there, that ain't enough to make that match worth one to watch. We only right now we only watching it because of CM Punk and Roman Reigns. It
Hmm.
has nothing to do with the story. If you take the story away, we still want to see CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. When we going to see Cody Rhodes versus Randy, it's a lot. The reason why we want to see that. There's not a lot. The
That's
WWE
and,
is trying to
and that's interesting,
WWE is trying to
and that's
find
very
things that
interesting.
stick for that match, and nothing is sticking
That's so interesting.
because it was never
That's
for
so
Roman
interesting.
to begin with. It was for Seth
You
Rollins
know
to
what?
go against
You
him.
know what? I'm with you now when you pointed that out because they really could have just made this about Paul Heyman.
Yep,
Even though Paul Heyman is he's right, we get this. Even though Paul Heyman is the heel, this stand there in a favor, you could have tied this story back to the favor. What was the
yep,
favor? Because we was questioning that for months. What's the favor? Punk's going to do this, and Punk was getting interviewed. Like, which by the way, this was a great storyline thread for WWE for that time. Was because we didn't know what was a favor, and the favor all together was for Punk to have Paul Heyman in his corner in his first main event at WrestleMania, which is what he got. Right? That was dope, but it took away Roman Reigns having a wise man. Why did I'm with you, Beasley. Now that you pointed this out, and I think about it some more, you're absolutely right. All they had to do was make this about Paul Heyman. Because why did Roman? Because when Roman Reigns came back after 4 months of being away from WrestleMania, right? And he was, he was holding Jey Uso. He put Jey Uso up. And I remember you called me. He was like, "Bro, why Roman Reigns do that, man? I ain't trying here, man. Blah, blah, like he's lame for that. Move, right? He didn't help Punk up,
right,
but he helped Jay up. And the reason is like he's like, man, get you out. You're not family. You took my wise man, so I hate you for that reason. All it had to be was based around Paul Heyman. And don't give me this. Well, we can't have Paul Heyman be a center of it because Paul Heyman's a heel. Doesn't freaking matter. It's history. CM Punk had Paul Heyman at one point in time during the prime of his career, and Roman Reigns had Paul Heyman at the peak of maybe of his bloodline career, however you want to say it, right? Whatever.
hmm
You could have easily made the story about Paul Heyman and the favor. And what would have been the story? Well, clearly, Roman Reigns has a grudge against CM Punk about that favor. And now you build up this feud for weeks and you build it towards a compromise.
right.
But instead, the WWE went, we're going to go off of pure hatred. And then CM Punk, no, Roman Reigns, bring up your family. And then Punk, I want you to say something scathing, like you do. You're controversial as it all is. We all know you as all hell. You're one of the most talked about wrestlers for good and bad reasons. Okay,
Right.
you say that line about Roman Reigns' father, and then boom, we get off Monday Raw off the air, and we allow ourselves to go right here and put this out on YouTube. which is a real life thing. That's something that's kind of like a little touchy to even be talked about. But they went that route.
Right.
And to Beasley's point, even with how excellent and how brilliant and how well done it was last night on Monday Night Raw, that doesn't hold enough weight for why we want to see this match at WrestleMania for him against Roman, which goes
Right.
back to Beasley saying what we should have gotten was Cody versus Roman Part 3, and we should have gotten Punk versus Seth Rollins. Why?
Think about it.
Because those matches made complete sense, and they
Yeah,
have
think
enough
about
history
it.
built into this.
Think about it. The wrench got put in the plans when Seth Rollins got injured. The plan was
Yep.
probably for Seth Rollins to win the Royal Rumble and the Roman Reigns to win the Elimination Chamber.
No, Punk was going to win the Rumble to get the Seth.
Punk
Because Seth
already
was going to
got
be
the
replacing
title,
him,
so
right?
why would he win the Rumble?
No, when Seth got hurt and they had to do that vacation, he was world champion around that time. He was hurt, right? So what I'm saying is that my
Oh
the
no,
idea I had
yeah,
in my
I
mind
got you.
was,
Yep.
yeah,
No, I see what you're
Seth was
saying.
going to be a champion. Yep,
Yep,
and Punk may have had gotten a way to face him, probably winning the Rumble or Chamber. I don't know,
yep,
it will work, right?
yep.
With
It would have
with
landed.
Glenn.
So
My bad.
yeah, but that's what would have happened. It would have been Seth
Mm-hmm.
versus Cody. I mean Seth versus Punk and Roman versus Cody. That's probably what the whole plan was from the get go, and it all
Yep,
got thrown in the trash when Seth got injured.
yep.
So now they just pulling stuff out the air to try to get it to stick with Roman and Cody. I mean, with Roman and CM Punk, and it's
And the
sticking,
great part is
but
they've
it
been
ain't
trying to do
sticking
Punk
like
versus
Seth.
they've been trying to do Punk versus Seth for like the past 2 years now, which is crazy, by the way.
Exactly,
When you think about it,
exactly. And
two years.
Remember when Seth Rollins won the title? He said, "As long as CM Punk is on my show or in here, he will not win a championship." Seth Rollins got injured.
Yep,
That's how he got the title. Seth wasn't around.
yep. Mm-hmm.
So it made total sense on that's what they were drawing up. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Because he finally got the title. He was like, bro, that's my title and I told you. So that set up the whole Netflix joint. That set up all of that. Y'all guys been brawling, we've been waiting for the one on one for real, for a title or for something major. We've been waiting for this since the Netflix joint the first time.
Mm-hmm.
For something that actually mattered because we know y'all still got that grudge. Y'all still got that. Ugh, y'all still got that. I can't stand him. I can't stand. Y'all still got that. We don't got that with Roman. I'm like Roman is creating it, but he's creating it based off of what Seth Rollins and them already got out there. He could like, okay, well I could use similarity to that. I was a part of the Shield, so we could use that a little bit. Or we can say I hate him because I'm at the top of the company, so if anybody comes back, it comes through me. I get all of that. I get it, but it's just like it's not what we wanted to see though. Like Seth Rollins and them want to fight in
Beasley
real
got a
life.
great point. You
You
got a
know what
great
I'm
point there.
saying?
Beasley is
Seth,
killing his guys. And by the
Seth
way,
Rollins and them wanted
in
to fight
case
in
you
real
don't
life.
know, in case wrestling fans do not know, and you are and if you are believing the WWE for whatever they're saying about these guys being for hating each other, you gotta pay attention to how shows work, right? So the way BZ is explaining this, he's giving you the behind the scenes of like what's going on with Roman and Punk and how they're trying to draw this up. Period.
Yeah,
Right? And what BZ is saying is so true. And it's not working, not because it can't be believable, but because this wasn't the plan.
that was never the plan.
So it was never the plan. And on top of that, it's not just so we're clear. It's not that the match itself is bothersome because the Punk versus Roman Reigns on paper is a big enough deal. Period.
That's a big deal.
On paper, big enough deal. But from a storytelling perspective,
Nope.
for the build to WrestleMania, it's kind of like we're just throwing stuff at the what's the old saying, like you're throwing stuff at a wall or
Yeah,
how
trying to
what's
make
the
it
old saying,
stick.
like yeah, thank you, yeah, trying to make it stick, you know what I'm saying, and so far it's building
It's
there,
not.
it's getting
Yeah,
somewhere there, but it
But it's
hasn't been definitive to where you're like, bruh, I'm ready for this match. Oh, I'm ready for this
right,
match.
right.
But yeah,
Even
go
with
ahead,
the
DJ.
promo talk, it's like, yeah, the promo talk is cool. They both good on the mic. They both, talking back and forth. But at the same time, it's like y'all not selling me. You know what I'm saying? Like even the story if Seth Rollins was healthy and they did Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, that story made more sense because of how Braun Breaker got Seth
Yes,
out of there. So when you look
yes.
at it from that way, you like, that story is more reliable than this one. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, that story make more sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just a CM Punk one is being forced on us, and at the end of the day, it's like even if they really don't like each other or whatever they people will want to say, y'all trying to force us to believe that. Oh, I hate you.
Mm,
I hate you even here. I'm like, it's so easy to say that. That's an easy way of getting
easy.
to the situation. And the same, and when and another thing with
And people love drama. People love
Yeah,
drama.
exactly. And Punk's story, I mean Punk's promo, it was a good promo, but it was the same promo that he kicked against Finn Balor. When you look at, well, you don't need these people to help you, or he's like,
Oh
it's kind of
yeah,
different. It's
you're
kind of
right.
it was different. It wasn't the same, but you can see that Punk is always telling people like, bro, you can do that stuff by yourself. You don't need no help. And he always doing
Because
that.
Poe is one to be saying that and claiming that for, but it got to be for a reason. That's interesting.
Exactly. Like everybody, he did that. He did that for the
Oh,
Judgment Day.
easy,
He did it for the Judgment Day,
easy,
and it's like, but now the Judgment Day is about to blow up. You like
easy,
that's what he said. So now he's doing the same thing for the Usos. I'm like, but even if the Usos do that
easy,
jump, we got to understand the Usos already did that. So if they do it again, that's a dumb idea because we already seen the
easy.
Usos go against Roman already. We don't want to see that twice.
I I think that's deliberate. I think it's deliberate. I think it's purposeful. I think it's intentional.
What is it
Because what
intentional
if the
for?
payoff is that thing we've been saying for weeks with the whole him becoming the division's leader and taking
What
over
that
the
got to do
division?
with
If
Finn, and what does that got to do with the Usos?
him telling Finn you don't need Judgment Day, him telling the Usos you don't need Roman Reigns and that third is for him. It's basically to gaslight like the situation of him saying you guys don't need it, but I do, and I'm
Ah,
going to
but
show
I
you
don't
this.
get it.
I
Now y'all ain't got no
yeah,
team together. So when I put my
it's
team
very
together,
egotistical. And,
that's
yes,
genius. That's
I
that's
was
that's
like when you
that's
brought that up, I was like, whoa,
mastermind.
why are he saying that?
That's
Like, why are you saying
mastermind
that?
genius. For real, when you think about it.
Yes,
Because all he doing
it's
is
manipulative.
making everybody else weak. So he can be stronger when he put his team together. Be like, bro, you told us we stopped
Literally,
rocking with these
that's
people on purpose, and now you come and beat us up. I'm like, yeah, that
mm-hmm,
makes total sense now.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he
Because
goes that
if
route,
that's the
that's a good
route
move.
they're going in, I'm like, because I'm with you. I was like, why is she bringing it up? Boom, boom. Like, okay, you
Yeah,
got to
he
get away from
keep
this
doing
group.
that.
You're better than this, and that, which is true for Finn Balor to do that. Yes, be by yourself. And yes, Jimmy and Jay don't be around Roman Reigns because the bloodline thing has been over with. So why y'all still being his lackeys and his lapdogs and all this other
Right.
stuff?
It's because
Because
I
maybe,
can catch Roman by myself with my team and do it.
and he did tell Roman last week. This is where the W's right sometimes can be a bit not that on the nose and too obvious. But when you point out some more, you're like, context always matters. And
Exactly.
storylines, and you know how Hunter is, long-term storytelling pays off, right?
Exactly.
So, what if, and he did tell Roman Reigns, you can't beat me without your help. He said you got
Right.
help. You need help to beat me, right? Arthur, so which, by the way, he don't really need help to beat Punk. But the point
Right.
he's
At
trying to make
all.
is Roman was known for being the OTC, and for a while, OTC was always getting help from his cousins and Solo and whatnot. But that still holds weight. So why is Punk saying all this? You can't beat me. You can't do it this way. You can't do it that way. Blah blah blah. All this other stuff. Maybe if the goal is so I can take over the WWE with my stable and I can run and I can remain dominant because he is champion. He is the face of that company right now as far as being
Exactly.
on Raw.
All right. Yeah.
So how do you maintain that iron grip, that iron fist, quote unquote? You make everybody believe what you're saying, and you tell the fans how much you love them and all. First of all, it is great,
Watch this.
but you're
Yep.
manipulating
Watch this.
everybody around you.
Watch this.
Go
And
ahead.
And we'll put a.
Hold. Before you say watch this. And Punk did laugh during when he got punched by Jay or Jimmy in the
Yeah,
face. He
yeah.
just smirked a little bit. But go ahead,
And
people. Sorry
he'll
about
put
that.
and to seal it all up and tie it up, the Vision wins the titles from the New Day. So now all the titles are in the Vision, not the New Day, but the
Sorry, from the
Usos.
Usos. From the
But
Usos,
now all the
yeah.
titles are in the Vision. CM Punk, the champion. Logan Paul and them won the
mm,
tag team titles. When the last time we seen
mm-hmm.
that? We seen that when the Bloodline did it.
Yep.
When Roman had the title, and when the Usos had the title. So and who was behind them? Paul Heyman.
Paul freaking Heyman. And
All he
CM
did was
Punk.
recreated his bloodline. That's all he did was recreated his bloodline.
And another thing too, what babyface do you know tells another babyface, I'm gonna bury you right next to your father, unless you are going into a heel villainous kind of like role eventually.
It makes total
If you had
sense.
to ask me who's more of a bad guy between Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I'm saying Punk all day. Punk,
It
easily.
makes total sense.
Roman kills it.
It makes total sense now. It's the Usos
Yep.
lose early in Mania to the Vision to get the titles, and then the Vision helps Punk beat Roman, and then they all standing in the ring at the same time with Paul Heyman.
And to furthermore tie back to our point, it will validate what Seth Rollins has been saying about CM Punk all
Exactly. You was
along.
a snake the whole time.
Ever since 2023.
Yep.
Ever since December of 2023.
Yep. Yep.
This is perfect. This is long gaming. I
Writing
hope
on the
the
wall.
WWE is thinking this direction.
That's the
I hope
writing
they
on the
are.
wall. That's a smack. That's a smack in the face to Roman. It's a smack in the face to the Usos because you just gave that to the Usos. You just told the Usos that y'all cool, but yet you shouldn't be following Roman and all of that stuff. When in all actuality, you just setting it up for them cats to lose and all that stuff in the first place because now you
Mm-hmm.
using your
Yep.
friendship to be in their head.
Yep. Yep. I hope this
That is
goes out.
beautiful writing.
This is awesome. This is freaking awesome.
That is
Because
beautiful writing.
and that's why the storyline hasn't been feeling as cohesive, but it really is underneath. Because there's going to be a payoff.
And
We
that's the
understand the
payoff.
bloodline really is no more. We understand Judgment Day is really, at this point, really no more for Ripper. We think about it. There's no Finn Balor. How can it be really the same for Ripper? It's only Dominic and Jay Madonna, right? So, now he's gotten kicked out. So we're seeing the crumbles happen between these different factions. And Punk is the only one that said to be doing things by himself. Now, granted, Punk has been wrestling by himself, and he has been a fighting champion, and that's not to negate. He has put in the work. But to maintain your grip on being a world champion and not losing that belt whatsoever,
You gotta have
you
help.
have to have help. Exactly. You
You
have to
gotta
have
have
help.
help.
And to me, this whole storyline reversal of Punk being the heel versus Seth Rollins, which I think is going to pay off. Now, I don't know if you keep Punk the rest of the year as world champion. I don't know about that. But if you wanted, if they do go that route, and at least Seth Rollins catching the belt from Punk, I love it. By Mania next year, we get Punk versus Seth Mania for next year.
I
Maybe.
mean, I'll take that, or I might even take Punk versus Braun Breaker at Mania. I ain't even gonna
Okay,
lie.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I'll take the Braun Breaker move for real, for real. I'll take that one too. But either way,
But if that's the
that
case,
was
then
beautiful
Brown
writing.
has to be a face, right?
Yeah, I mean, if the Vision is about to be sealed up, which means that after Punk and them win at Mania, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed is no longer a part of that team. Even though they're injured, they are not a part of that team. It's sealed up. It's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman. There's nobody else gonna be involved in that. They're gonna seal that up.
But you need to tie in Seth Rollins, really getting his revenge. He wanted to get his revenge on Braun and Bronson, too.
He will, but it won't
They
be a
wanted
part
to
of the
take.
Vision though. It won't be a
Yeah,
part
it'll
of the
be
Vision.
more
They'll
like a
just get it
separate thing.
outside of
It'll
that.
be more of a separate thing. It'll be more of like them having clashes, but then they're going to realize that they all have a common enemy at the end of the day.
Yeah,
This whole vision
because
thing is crazy. This this vision thing has
Punk
been
is
all
gonna
over the place like crazy.
Punk is gonna have everybody pissed unless the whole
Oh
thing
my
was
gosh. Yes.
Braun and them on the team the whole entire time. That
Unless
might have
that's the
been
case,
good too.
then yes, I'm with you. But if not that's the case, and then Paul was just going with Brian and Bronson for a little bit, and the moment that this would also help save and cover their injuries too, because if you bring in Punk and Paul Heyman is like, I need someone to help, I need somebody to lead, boom, 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 and Paul convinced CM Punk that, and Punk heard him out, and he was like, no, and they had like private conversations, and Punk's like, no, I'm not agree with it, boom, boom, boom. But Paul tells him, okay, then what do you want, Punk? What do you want to be done as far as your demands, and I can get it done for you? Because remember, he did honor the favor for CM Punk to be in his corner, regardless if he should turn on him or not. He
Well,
did honor that.
they already honored the silhouette that was behind him in the Chicago joint for it to be Paul Heyman. So that automatically answers everything already.
Ah, BZ, you're cooking. You're cooking.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
that's what
Like
I'm
that's already
saying.
done.
Yeah. So they made that evident. So with that being that is evident like that, to me this is going to make Paul, bro. When this happens, I guarantee CM Punk's going to be arguably the most hated heel on the roster.
That's the plan because that's what his
And
best
one of the
character
reasons why
is.
too, literally that part, and plus you're with Logan freaking bro. People can't stand Logan Paul. So imagine Punk and Logan Paul next. Oh boy.
Well, and that's what I'm
They
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All they did was recreated the bloodline, and that's the reason why the bloodline is the best story actually being told because all you did was recreated
facts.
it. That's all you did was recreated it. You made Roman the champion, and then you gave the tag team to the Usos. We already seen that, but now we see it with you because all you did was reinvent it what Roman already did. That's why the story that Mania is Roman can't win. He's not gonna win because it ain't gonna be 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Yep, it's not gonna be 1-on-1, and everybody gonna be booed. The
I
last
think,
thing that the
and
last
if
thing that
one
we hear
happens
at
to me, I'm
Mania
gonna
is
be
gonna
like,
be boos. The last thing we
yep,
hear at Mania is gonna be
double
boos
turn.
out the gym.
Yeah, you end off with a happy note by either having Cody lose against Randy or Randy lose against Cody. You end off night one with a happy note, but by night two, you're like, oh my gosh. It goes back to WrestleMania, what was it, 17, 18, when Rock, when Steve Austin beat The Rock and he joined forces with Vince McMahon. Sorry, yeah, he joined forces with Vince McMahon, and Jim Ross said, Houston, we have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
That
that's what
iconic
it's gonna
line.
be.
And so you pay that off a little bit more. You tie that back into this mania for sure. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. I'm all for it for real. So we'll see what they got cooking up though. But BZ, man, again, nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah,
Be safe, be well, and hey, yo, you can start really doing some Uber Chronicles, bro. Like some Uber Chronicles,
what?
whatever you want to call it. Like Uber
Oh
Chronicles,
yeah,
like
Uber
where you have
Chronicles. Yeah,
people
people have been saying that
and you just
forever.
like talk with them.
Yeah,
Because that whole talk you just had, I was like, that's insane.
it
You
is
need to
because
have
it
more
is
of that
insane.
though.
It is insane
You need to have more of that. It's hilarious, bro.
for sure.
I don't know. I think people would be interested in hearing that thing like that.
Heck yeah,
What's like for an
of course.
everyday life for an Uber driver? You
Heck
know what
yeah,
I'm
bro.
saying? So,
Man, people
yeah,
been
bro.
waiting. People been waiting for me to do stuff like that for the longest. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Should do it. All right, bro.
All right, bro. I get what you, man. I'll hit you later on before we could do the
All right.
joint for
Yeah, let me know.
the Cody was the right decision, the right pick for whatever, and maybe do one of
Yeah, let's
the
talk about that.
interviews
Let's talk
because,
about
like I
that.
said, I seen the fan
Do you
one,
want to talk about so
I seen the Kevin, and I
the
seen the
fan
Randy.
one
I
and the
seen Fan,
Randy? So
Kevin, and Randy.
we're doing Cody and then we're gonna do Finn, Kevin, and Ray all together, right?
No, we gonna do them one at a time because all of them deserve a breakdown.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
I'll
say
just
less.
whichever one we do first, but I'll call you back and let you know, or I'll let you know and then
All
I'll hit
right,
you back and we can do it.
all right, bet. Say less.
All right, yeah,
All right.
no.
to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. What you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw form, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the east bow. Call me a virus, we moving to the west now. I've been bugging more ammo than any Russian. My 16s I air out like a semi-bussin'. My chick bad, I sing to her like David Ruffin. Give her the game, she roll up, we lit and puffin'. Thought I was done, but this rapping is in my bloodline. Keep feeding me beats, I zip them up like K-Shine. The swag so out of this world, never in state lines. Used to be passing with everything, now I take mine. Pittsburgh, my name Monty, some of you notice me. I get you lit and I'm brown, nickname me Hennessy. I came in the game, they ain't do nothing but doubt. But now I feel like a tongue to win my name in your mouth.